Welcome to this special video series of Wealth Arki entitled Global Investing for the Filipino Investor, which is done in partnership with AXA Philippines. Kasama natin dito sa video series na to si Mr. Dexter Agcaoili, who is the Investment Solutions Director of AXA Philippines and the country representative to Arkitas Asia, an asset management company of the AXA Group. Check out the video description for the links to all the 5 episodes of this video series. That's it for my intro. Let's begin. Hello mga ka-Arki! And kamusta kayo? Nandito na tayo sa episode 4 nitong ating special video series. A New Hope. So, I hope marami kayong natututunan sa mga previous na mga episodes natin. And for today, we will be talking about the importance of time horizon in your investments. So, kadikit pa rin to nung episode 3 natin where we discussed about yung how to choose the right investment. And aside from knowing your risk profile and having the proper asset allocation, kasama sa mga consideration talaga ay yung investment horizon. So kasama pa rin natin, of course, si Rienzie at saka si Dexter dito sa ating episode na to. Kamusta kayo?
Okay naman, I'm good. Ito, ano pa rin, looking in and looking out. Looking into the local stock market. Okay? Kasi may mga investor tayong gustong pumasok na medyo malalaki. So, any downtick in the market is material enough for their portfolio. And looking out as well. Kasi may isa naman akong investor na under advice na ayun, who's looking into increasing his global exposure dahil happy siya sa portfolio na offshore.
Looking into the pond and looking out into the ocean.
Yes.
Parang si Moana lang, ganun ba yan?
Mukhang walang fear of missing out yung client ni Rienzie, no?
Ay,
both local and global.
For today, we hope na matulungan din natin yung mga ka-Arki natin na nanonood itong video na ma-increase yung kanilang financial literacy at saka yung kanilang pagiging investment savvy. And of course, for this episode, we will be discussing yung importance and yung relevance ng knowing your investment horizon when you are choosing an investment or yung time horizon mo. So siguro ang unang tanong ko kay Dexter, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng time horizon or investment horizon?
Talaga pasiko ako yung parating first question mo, no?
Siyempre kasi ikaw may 20 years of experience.
Tama.
Dito.
Coming from 20 years of experience. Kasi iba yung definition mo ng investment horizon kaysa sa amin. Mas malaki na yung, mas mahaba na yung, mas malayo na yung horizon na nakita mo kaysa sa amin. Yeah.
Okay. So, pag sinabay naman natin time horizon or investment horizon, ito yung ilang taon or even ilang decades are you looking at mula nung gusto mo mag-invest hanggang dun sa kakailanganin mo yung pera. Yan. Magandang example is yung retirement. Yan. Kailan ka ba magre-retire? So definitely magre-retire ka someday. Law requires you mga by age 65 retire ka. So kung 25 ka pala ngayon, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 40 years. So you are looking at a 40-year horizon to invest for your retirement. So simply put, that's an investment horizon. But it can be as short as for the next 6 months, investment horizon ko dahil yung perang na makukuha ko mula bonus is pangbayad nung matrikula ng mga anak ko.
So when it comes to time horizon, ang kino-consider dito ay yung iyong financial goal. So kailan mo ba kailangan yung pera? Which is a common mistake that I see, lalo na sa mga nagtatanong sa amin kung saan ba maganda mag-invest. Dahil pag tinatanong namin na para saan ba yung pera ay wala, blanco yung sagot nila sa amin. Wala lang, basta lang gusto lang mag-invest.
Ano sagot mo doon? Ano sagot mo doon? Pag wala
Sabi
lang.
ko, kung wala kang balak sa pera mo, siguro mas maganda kung i-donate mo na lang yan para mas makatulong ka sa ibang tao. Di ba? Kasi kung wala naman sila talagang plano doon sa pera, might as
Oo nga.
well enjoy it now or use it to help
Right.
other people. So pag sinasabi ko yon, naku, bigla nagkaka-financial goal. Ay, o nga pala, pambili ko
Kailangan
nga
mo
pala
to.
ng bahay. Oo, kailangan ko pala ito pambili ng bahay. Kailangan ko pala pang gasto sa retirement. So sabi ko, ayun, so may financial goal na tayo.
Di ba? O kaya, ito Gcash ko. Padala mo na lang kung wala ka rin plano. Ito, may
Nagagawin
plano
mo dito,
ako.
fund transfer mo dito.
Di ba?
Tama.
Naalala ko, meron akong kliyente dati, no? Lumapit siya. So, the usual, yung risk assessment niya, tapos lumabas, is moderately aggressive. So, po pwedeng balanced fund, tapos po pwede rin siyang conservative kasi sakot naman yan ng moderate aggressive, di ba? Ngayon, medyo na siya, mga 55, babae. So, ako naman kasi parang I really want discussion para at least alam mo ma-flesh out no yung yung investment parameters with the client. So sabi ko, ma'am, ano po bang hinahanap sa investment? Kasi with this type of risk appetite, you can go for a balanced fund or perhaps, if you want, you can go for a more conservative one as well. So ang sabi niya, kasi ang hinahanap ko lang naman, mas mataas sa time deposit. So, from there, sabi ko, okay. So, hinanap niya mas mataas sa time deposit. Okay, given. So, pasok ang balanced fund. Okay? Tapos, pasok ang fixed income fund as well, yung mga bond fund. So, parehong pasok. But, I also asked another question, which is, yun nga, yung parang time horizon. Sabi ko, ma'am, if I may ask, for what niyo po ba kailangan ng pera? Do you plan to purchase something like a few months or years down the road, or you want it for your retirement na nabanggit ni Dex kanina? Sabi niya, kasi bala kong bumili ng lupa after 2 years.
Oh, yun, lumabas na.
Yon, lumabas. So from there, mas na-narrow down ko yung option sa kanya given her parameter na dapat mas mataas sa time deposit pero in 2 years kailangan niya na pambili. So, given that and given yung kanyang risk appetite, mas na-narrow down ko na. Sabi ko, ma'am, if I may suggest, I think mas okay yung fixed income or yung conservative natin na nasa bonds kasi given your time frame na 2 years at given your parameter na mas mataas sa time deposit, I think pasok to kasi pag balance fund, may stock market pa yan and you'll never know after 2 years baka bumaba, di ba? So ayun, so from there naipasok ko yung time horizon and yung risk appetite. So it gave the client a more holistic approach towards her investment.
Ang kinaganda doon sa situation na kinuwento ni Rienzie is yung pagtatanong niya, then na-zero in niya ngayon mula dun sa customer kung ano talaga yung purpose or yung goal nung pagsasave niya. And then, yung sa recommendation niya is the proper matching, yung na-mention mo before Fitz, no? At saka yung parating in-espouse ni Rienzie, yung proper matching of yung asset mo sa mo i-invest para dun sa future use or future expense or future liability that you're going to pay, which is
Naku, asset liability matching. Asset liability matching na to.
Dapat kinakailangan mo talagang itapat-tapat yan, di ba?
Right. Tapat-tapat. Kasi kung hindi tapat-tapat, mismatch, no? Ano ba, Dex, ano ba yung usual na, when we talk of time horizon, ano ba yung tatlong horizon na pinag-uusapan natin dito?
Ay, nakakatawa ito na discussion usually, dahil short term, usually may short term, medium term, long term. Pero ang caveat lang dito, depende dun sa kausap mo. Katulad ng mga kung kausap mo, trader, short term, ilang segundo, ilang minuto. Diba? Tatlong araw, long term na yan para sa isang trader, di ba?
Oo nga pala.
That's true.
O kaya kung magkausap mo, retiree na, wala nang long term. Lalo na kung nasa pre-departure area na yon, wala nang long term, lahat short term na yon or near term even.
So we have to always look at it in a certain context. No? So
That's right.
Usually, pag sinabi natin short term within 1 year, kapag tipong mga kausap ko, generally asset managers, yung mga from the bank, 1 year, short term, ganyan, less than a year, yan. Di ba? Medium term, between 1 to 5 years, yan. Tapos long term could be 5 to 10 years. Pero ang nakakatawa, kapag kausap ko naman is, mga nasa insurance.
Ay, nako, mas long yan. Very long ang insurance.
Tipong, 3 years? Masyadong maiksi yan, di ba? Because ang tinitignan ng mga insurers usually is
yung
for
payout,
life. All the way
liability.
So we have to put it into context, but generally we're talking of short term, medium term, long term. These are the general time horizons, as we would say.
So short term would be ano ba, less than 5 years ang short term? Pwede na ba natin masabi? I mean, given a person's life, kumbaga, we're not talking of an insurance company, we're not talking of a corporate institution, but okay na ba yung Dex yung 5 years or less for short term?
Well, yeah, pwede na. We could consider that as short term.
Tapos medium term would be 5 to 10, medium term would be 5 to 10, tapos long term would be 10 years. Which which
10 years.
Important din na we know this investment horizon kasi yun nga, yung sinasabi nating principle of matching or tapat-tapat, pag kailangan mo yung pera in the short term, dapat nasa short term investment or conservative investment ka. Kapag medium term, nasa moderately aggressive investment or medium term investment like balanced fund, or sa AXA yung tinatawag nila na, kasi nagbabasa ako ng multi-asset, di ba? Multi-asset. Tapos pag long term naman, yung growth na, di ba, yung growth ninyo, na para at least nakamatch tayo kasi kapag kailangan mo yung pera in the short term tapos nasa aggressive instrument ka, nasa stock market ka, then there's already that mismatch, di ba?
Yeah.
Hindi ka na principle of matching, principle of principle of mismatching ka na, of which ako lang I don't know with you, of which I believe a lot of investment stresses and anxieties emanate from. Kasi, halimbawa, parang si Dex, yung iba dyan, yung pambayad ng kuryente, yung pambayad ng ilaw, yung pambayad ng tuition fee ng bata for next year, nakalagay sa stock market.
Ayun ang mali.
Di ba? Tinetrade. I mean, hindi naman sa pag-aano, pero yeah, you might have some skill, pwede na, or baka minsan chamba-chamba, hindi natin masabi, pero you'll really never know the market. So, for like 1 year, talagang super, di ba Dex? Hindi mo talaga masasabi what the stock market would be within the short term, di ba? For the short term. Right? So, yun, may mismatch agad, Kaya yung kinakabahan, right? Tapos biglang, they're already risking. Imagine, yung tuition fee ng anak mo naka-risk sa stock market. Naku, baka hindi mo pa ma-enroll yan. So, dapat tamang tamang matching lang.
Tamang matching, correct. And malaking kinalaman dyan yung mga needs nga, di ba? Like, part of financial planning, we always say, you should always have your liquidity fund, di ba? Dati, sinasabi natin, 6 months. Tapos, all of a sudden, nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, mukhang kinakailangan at least 1 year pala.
That's right.
Na pwede pala mag-extend 2 years, I mean, nothing's wrong kung you have enough to last you for 1 year or 2 years. Yeah, nothing's wrong with that. Kaya importante na we do have a good handle of ano ba yung mga short-term requirements natin. And we invest accordingly na hindi mo na aatupagin pa na kung kahit anong galaw ng merkado dahil nasa time deposit, alam ko by 6 months time meron ng pambayad pang matrikula yan. Tapos right. For example yung ngayon, di ba sinasabi ko sa'yo, sale ng PSEI. Ako,
wala ka sa buhay mo. Offshore ako.
Okay lang naman maglagay ako doon. Maglagay ako doon, pero may monthly rin ako nilalagay offshore. Pero punto ko is that okay lang dahil since para sa isip ko, it is for my retirement.
Yeah,
so, titignan ko yan 20 years from now.
Right. Yun yung yun yung panukat mo, di ba? That's your horizon. You have that at the back of your mind. Itong money na to, 20 years, so mura ba bumili ngayon?
So, gusto ko yung sinabi ni Dexter kanina na yung definition ng short term, medium term, tsaka long term, depende kung sino yung tinatanong mo. And sa mga financial advisors or mga financial coaches, iba-iba pa rin yung definition eh. Merong short term na 3 years or less, may 5 years or less,
Oo.
etc. But the importance of the concept remains na kung ano yung pipiliin mong investment, it will always depend kung kailan mo kailangan yung pera. So
Right.
it's really important na isulat natin yung financial goals natin kasi kahit na hindi natin alam yung definition ng short term, medium term, tsaka long term, kung ilang years yan, by simply plotting yung financial goal natin, yung target date ng financial goal natin, ay enough na yon para mag-guide tayo kung saan natin ilalagay yung pera natin to invest.
That's
So
right.
katulad
That's
nung
right.
katulad nung na-mention kanina for tuition in 6 months time. So syempre, ang unang pumasok sa isip ko, i-time deposit mo na lang 'yan kasi yun na lang
Oo.
yung mga possible diyan eh. Ngayon
Pero
kung
tuition pang college, pero yung tuition pang college na 1
Iba
year
naman
old pa
yun.
lang, iba naman
Oo.
yun, di ba?
iba rin 'yon. So for example, magka-college yung anak mo in 10 years time. So ang investment horizon mo ngayon ay 10 years and ang challenge ngayon sa iyo ay maghanap ng investment na ang potential growth niya within the next 10 years is within the target amount that you need. 'Di ba? Kasi
Yes.
kung ilagay mo sa time deposit, possible naman, pero yung growth ba na ibibigay ng time deposit ay
Bitin.
possible or bitin. Pwede mong ilagay sa next na mas aggressive ng konti. Sabihin na natin, ilagay natin sa bonds. Pasok ba? Ay, hindi. Sa balance
Oo.
fund, pasok ba? Hindi. So,
Oo.
probably isang equity fund, di ba? So, ganun yung process ng pag-determine kung ano ba yung tamang investment sa'yo once you are able to, of course, consider yung risk profile mo at saka ano ba yung mga ano ba yung amount na kailangan mo for the target date for your financial goal.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Kasi idadagdag natin dyan dahil nabanggit nga ni Fitz nga, paano kapag
Magandang
tipong
usapan to.
education, di ba? And in financial planning, usually we make a certain assumption. Assumed rate of return of 8%. Yan, 8% per annum, di ba? Sige, 8% dapat nasa equities ka. Kaso, dapat we should take it a bit further. If you're looking at over a 10-year horizon, 8% return or 10% return, one way of also meeting that return. Kasi kapag hindi mo na-meet yung return na yon, somewhere down the road, para ma-achieve mo yung future amount that you're targeting, magdadagdag ka kung kinakapos ka ng 8%, di ba?
Right.
One way to also enhance our portfolio is don't just look at local, but also look at global investments as we have discussed in the past episodes. Dahil that will help us achieve that on a year in, year out basis. Pwede nating ma-achieve yung tina-target nating return by being globally diversified.
Kumbaga, isipin natin mga ka-Arki, no, nakasakay tayo sa isang jet ski, okay? Nung local market lang ang exposure mo, ang humihila lang sa isang maliit na bangka, di ba? Ngayon, syempre, andyan si Dexter, right? So you've been watching these videos, nakita mo na may mga mas malalaking barko. Okay? So, yung humihila na ng portfolio mo, which is your jet ski, ay hindi lang maliit na bangka, which is the Philippines, pero nakatay ka na, di ba? Naka-hook ka na, naka-anchor ka na, naka-hook ka na sa mga larger boats, di ba? Na hindi lang isa yung humihila sa returns mo, sa portfolio mo. Marami nang humihila. Such that, like for example, di ba Dex, last year, no, the stock market, the Philippine Stock Exchange Index was down by mga 8%, no? So imagine mo kung yung bangka mo Philippine market lang, yung bangka yung bangka mo hinihila ka pabalik, di ba? So ganyan ka, pa-reverse ka. But I was researching on your funds, no? They're giving like mga 18, some even like 40%, no? Tama ba? For 2020?
If you if you even expand on it, no, not just last year. Tumutungtong yung average return mo. Kahit 50-50 ka, local,
Oo.
50% global. Tumutungtong yung average return mo for the past 5 or even 7 years
Mm.
above 8% return.
So,
Mainly because,
nahihila, no?
nahihila.
That's right, that's right. And
So,
ano no, and these global funds na meron ng AXA are of course managed no by the biggest asset managers in the world. And in turn, these biggest asset managers have their own studies, research at nag-invest sila sa mga biggest companies in the world, right?
Correct. Yes.
So,
Yeah. So
yeah.
we do have our global advantage fund, which is invested in the US technology. So the likes of
Mm.
Facebook,
Yan.
Google,
Mm.
Amazon. Yeah.
Super
Nandyan,
laki.
nandyan yan. And
Mm.
then we also have our other global funds. And ang kinaganda ng having a diversified portfolio is that kung sa isang region like Europe is not performing well, there's
Mm.
Asia. Like what we are seeing now, Asia actually is performing far better than Europe and even the US market on a
Mm.
year-to-date
Mm.
basis. So, dahil nagkakaroon ng rotation kung tawagin. And that is it,
Rotation.
rotation dahil minsan, di ba, pagod na yung isang merkado, okay, pahinga muna ako, yung isa naman.
Kumbaga sa mga ka-Arki natin pag sinabing rotation, eh kung nasa ang ihip ng hangin.
Oo,
'Di ba?
kung nasa yung ihip ng
'Yan. So
hangin.
kumbaga before medyo malakas ang US, dati Europe maganda pero wala na doon ang hangin, hindi na flavor of the month 'yon. Ang ihip ng hangin nasa Asia na. So nagro-rotate no, umiikot yung funds
Mm.
sa Asia na ngayon. So nandito sa Asia ang ihip ng hangin. Tayong flavor of the flavor of the month
And
if not the year.
important na yung pipiliin na global fund is more of an actively managed portfolio na
Mm.
can take advantage of these rotations, so to speak.
pero Dexter, gusto kong itanong, pag mag-invest ka ba sa global funds, such as yung mga global funds ng AXA, is that a short-term, a medium-term, or a long-term time horizon? Or mayroon kayong global funds for each type of horizon?
Okay. That's a good question. So, linking our previous discussion on risk profile. So, we do have our global funds na mainly fixed income, global fixed income. And then we do have our multi-asset or global balance. And then we do have our global equity or growth. And depending on your time horizon and also risk profile, as pointed out by Rienzie, kung tipong short, relatively 3 to 4 years, or in the context ng kwento niya kanina, 2 years time kailangan niya. So dapat mas stable yan above TD. So lagay mo sa global fixed income. Okay? Now, if the horizon is a bit longer, let's say 5 to 7 years for the education of my daughter, a global balance would may be appropriate to meet the return requirement at the same time the hindi ganun kalikot or ka-volatile. Tapos kung titignan natin a longer horizon for your retirement, and the global equities would then be a more appropriate portfolio based on the horizon that you're looking at. And last thing, I'd like to highlight also na kasi may mga certain people who would say, sige, mag-global ako, pero this year lang or next year lang. Parang, kumbaga, dahil yung nandun yung ihip ng hangin, yung parang tatimingan mo at lahat, di ba? May mga ganon. May mga ganon. Pero, kung titignan talaga natin, the longer, mas advisable that if you have a longer time horizon, explore global allocation or allocating to global investments. Because, ang tinitignan natin dyan is more of how you can diversify in different parts of the world, and to maximize that is dapat longer than yung horizon mo. Dahil bakit nga ba? Dahil ang gusto nating ma-maximize dyan is the changing trends. What do I mean by this? One good example is way back say early 2000. Nung nagsisimula pa kami ni Rienzie. Oo. Di ba? Nung nagsisimula pa kami ni Rienzie, early 2000, kung nasa local stock market ka, ay, hindi ka natitingin ng ibang market dahil it's giving you 15-20% per annum, while global
Oo.
equities is just giving you 8-10% na, maganda na. Yeah, 'di ba? Pero nung mga 2012 onwards, after ng global financial crisis, ano bang mas nag-outperform? Mas nag-outperform yung mga global equities compared to Asian or Philippine equities. Dahil mayroong shift naman ng trend. Kung unawain natin yon, there are other countries out there that can take advantage of that shift in trend. And ano yung trend na yon? Actually, technology.
Tech,
Uh,
yeah.
na nare-reflect sa stock market nila dahil may mga companies silang listed in their own stock markets, and talagang it was a technology boom. Okay.
Pero like for example, retirement. Ngayon,
Mhm.
syempre global ako, global equities, right? Well, or mix ng global and local. Pero hindi naman ako forever 30 years old, di ba? Hindi naman ako forever 20, right? So, share ko lang din yung tinatawag na bucket investing, no? Na habang papalapit tayo sa goal, kasi walang forever, right? So, walang forever long term. So, yung long term mo ngayon, after 20 years, hindi na long term yan. Nasa medium term na lang yan, di ba?
Right.
And 5 years before, kunwari, at 55, magre-retire ka at age 60, for example, yung long-term goal mo nung 30 years old, hindi na long-term. It's already on the short term. So dapat your portfolio also would be dynamic. Okay,
Yeah.
shifting allocation to yung nabanggit din ni Dexter in our previous episode, no? Yung heroes na framework. It should also be dynamic. So buhay ang portfolio to reflect your situation as well. And I think dito papasok din yung mga financial partners, financial
Yes.
advisors din ng AXA, no, in helping, no, manage yung portfolio as they handhold their clients, no, through time, 'di ba? Through time and through the investment horizon.
Yeah. Kasi 'di ba Dex, marami kayong mga funds, not just global funds but local funds na yung kung meron akong account na with AXA and nakausap ko yung financial advisor ko na yung ihip ng hangin ay nandito, then it's as easy as telling your financial advisor to transfer the
Or shift, pwedeng ganon,
allocation
shift,
or
reallocate.
shift. Tama ba, Dexter, no? Ganun lang siya
Correct.
kadali.
So ngayon, we are enabling our customers as well na they can do their fund switching through the web portal or through their app, na kung gusto nila magdagdag or mag-shift from local to global, or let's say from fixed income to equity or vice versa, they can do that through a fund switching. So parang talagang with a click of a button, you can shift from and change the allocation of your portfolio. And so that's one good thing, no? Tapos in terms of product naman, there's also what we call target date funds.
Target
These
date.
target date funds are really for retirement purposes na hindi mo na kinakailangang atupagin yung pag-allocate between stocks, bonds, and equities through time. Pipiliin mo lang yung target date na gusto mo mag-retire, and then naka-program na yung allocation between those different asset classes through time. Na pag dumating na dun sa target date, meron ka ng portfolio na paghuhugutan ng retirement mo.
Maganda yun,
And I believe,
okay,
and I believe yung target date fund parang automatic na yon, automatic na siyang to reflect na nagre-rebalance na habang lumalapit yung goal, mas nagiging conservative na napipreserve niya na yung returns, no, of the previous years.
Correct.
Ganda ha.
Okay yun na.
That's good. That's good.
So, sa mga ka-Arki natin na interested na malaman pa yung target date fund and all the other investment funds na ino-offer na AXA, they can set up an appointment and talk to an AXA financial partner by going to their website sa axa.com.ph/appointments, or ayan, kung medyo high-tech kayo, you can scan the QR code. Marami akong kilala na natutong mag-scan ng QR code dahil sa contact tracing, di ba? So,
alam mo, yung QR code na yan, ewan ko lang ha, pero super nakakaskas yung edad mo. Kasi pangalan, name, mobile number, tapos parang every time papasok mo yung edad mo, parang Kaskas na kaskas naman to.
Kasi old-fashioned ka, wala kang QR code. Pag QR code, automatic na siya lahat. Di ba?
Ganun ba yun?
Oh, pwede,
Well,
pwede.
May mga apps na ganun.
I-fill out niya na yung first name, last name. Ayan.
Oo.
Okay.
So, mga ka-Arki, subukan nyo rin yung QR code namin dito and then check out yung website ng AXA and set up an appointment with your AXA financial partner today and learn more about the investment funds that AXA offers na pwedeng makatulong sa inyo to achieve your financial goals. So, with that, I would like to say thank you kay Dexter and kay Rienzie.
Thank you for having me.
Yan. And meron pa tayong isang episode. May last episode tayo, episode number 5, where we discuss the different ways that you can invest globally. So, kita-kita tayo sa next episode natin. And take care, everyone. And see you sa episode 5. Alright? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
As we learned, global investing may just be the key to reaching your financial goals. But remember to study your options first and work with a trusted financial institution. Reach out to an AXA financial partner today, and we will help you create your global investing game plan.